Hello and welcome back to another episode of BlissScape Developer Commentary. My name is Tim and I'm the owner and developer of BlissScape. So this episode is again going to be the second part of Double XP from last week. I split up into two episodes because we just did too much to fit into one episode and there was no way we could do questions. So now I'm doing some questions now, and then we're going to move on to the actual Double XP content. So we're going to do the questions first here. Again, what you're seeing in the background is just pre-recorded footage while I'm answering the questions here. Okay, so first question. How come you didn't teleback to red sandstone after you banked? That's a good point. I'm pretty old school. Sometimes I forget that teleports are even a thing on the server, so sometimes I don't do it in the most efficient way, but that's okay. I was just doing it for background content anyway, but you can see now I'm doing it correctly. And what's your proudest achievement in making the server? So that's actually a really hard one. I've been doing this for over 4 years now, and there's been a lot of things that I've been really proud of. Obviously, getting Dungeoneering to the point that it's at right now was a huge achievement for me because very few servers have anything close to it. You know, some have a full Dungeoneering, but I'm pretty sure ours is the least buggy and has the most content out of any server that I've ever been on, at least, and I have looked. So that's a huge achievement. Dominion Tower was actually a big deal for me because I'm the only server that has a complete Dominion Tower. I'm the only server that has even close to a complete Dominion Tower. I did that completely from scratch by myself. Like, there was no available content online to look at to reference. It was just, I did everything from scratch, and that was just a big achievement for that. You know, that's actually one of the reasons I really just did it, to have that achievement of doing something so big by myself and having it as complete as it is, and I'm really proud of it to this day. And then I guess the other thing would be construction. I love construction. Construction was the reason I got membership back, you know, in 2006 or 7 or whatever, whenever I did that. Whenever construction came out, I was like, man, I want to build a house. I want to do that. And I would spend hours and hours on World 31 on RuneScape, hosting house parties, going to house parties. After I got my 99 rune crafting, I spent like half the profits, which was like 200 mil or something. At the time, that was a ton of money. That's like over $1 billion now, I'm sure. On my house, I got it completely decked out, and I had house parties, and it was just a ton of fun. So I definitely wanted to make sure I had that on the server, and that was another thing that's pretty difficult to do. So those are the three big things that stand out that I definitely really wanted on the server, and I'm really excited that I was able to get them in. So the next question is, what are some of the funniest bugs you've discovered / patched? He gives some examples. This is Pyro, so he knows them. Losing a monster drop to your familiar, or getting stuck in an endless ring of recoil loop. So those bugs, the losing a monster drop to your familiar, if your familiar did more damage than you, it would technically get the drop and not you, so you wouldn't get the drop. And then the endless ring of recoil loop was really funny. That was really, really early, like, you know, like the server was only out for like a month or something when I found that one, because I just coded the ring of recoil in. The ring of recoil recoiled all damage, not just the type damage, so it recoiled recoil damage, so like the recoil would just bounce back and forth between the two people if two people were wearing a ring of recoil at the same time. So that was pretty funny, and that was before I even made him degrade too, so it would just go on forever. I'm trying to think of some funny ones. Man, there have been so many bugs that I've patched, it's really hard to think of one on the spot. There was definitely one that was really bad. When I first was working on the bank interface, the swap item, rather than insert item, that button didn't work, so I wanted to put it in, and I did. I put it in, no big deal. I tested it, it worked. And then I uploaded it to the server, and apparently, if you turned it on and off or something like that, and you dragged an item, it would move the item to the new spot, but not remove it from the old spot. So it was basically an infinite dupe that was easy to do, and everyone was doing it by accident. That was the very first rollback the server needed to have, is when I implemented that, because I implemented that update and then I went and saw a movie. So I didn't even notice until a couple hours later when I came home, and there was stuff everywhere. I had to go and empty out a ton of duped items and roll a bunch of people back. Thankfully, people were pretty understanding. I think a bug like that could ruin a server and require a complete reset. So thankfully, we didn't have to do that. We just had to roll back one day. So I think people were happy that it was just not as big of a deal as it could have been. But at that point, that was when I also moved over to having the staff team beta test and bug test every single update that I do, so that was something like that doesn't happen again, because that should have been really easy to catch, and staff definitely would have caught it. Alright, and the last question. Quests, even in the official version, are a hit and miss for some players. Have you considered adding some of the RuneScape quests into Bliss, and would it even be possible? So quests, they are hit or miss with a lot of players, me included. Some quests I've really enjoyed, other quests are just busy content, I don't like them. The main problem I have with quests, because it is possible for me to implement at least some of the simple ones, some of like the big ones that are like an hour long, like the Grandmaster quests, I don't think that I'd ever take the time to do, but some of the simple ones I could probably do. I'm actually pretty sure that if you try, Cook's Assistant is, that's the name of the quest, right? Cook's Assistant. That quest actually works on the server. You can go complete that quest and you get the little completed quest dialogue and everything, getting a quest point. But that was just implemented on the server before. But so quests are possible. It's just they take so much development time for something that people are only going to do once. And it's a pretty small server compared to like real RuneScape. So if I'm going to put 50 to 100 hours into an update and it's going to be a quest, and everyone's going to then just go and complete that quest once, and it's going to take them 10-15 minutes to do, then I've just spent hundreds of hours building a quest that is only going to give people 10 to 15 minutes of gameplay, which isn't very efficient for me. Even Jagex has talked about how quests aren't super efficient gameplay-wise. That's why they're working on making them more repeatable and stuff like that. But I don't see myself taking the time. I'd rather work on like a new piece of skilling content that people are going to do a lot, a new mini game, something like that, something that people are going to be able to do a lot more often. I mean, I have come up with a few mini quests, like the mini quest for the Noxious Demon, and then the Halloween event is a little mini quest, and even that really just showed how quick people move through that stuff, despite how long it takes me to implement, because a lot of the stuff in quests takes a long time to implement, like dialogue, events, item tracking, stuff like that. It takes a long time because all that stuff has to be saved as you move through the quest, and I have to manually write all that, and it just takes a long time. And it's also not very fun to implement dialogue. It's fun to write dialogue, but I have to actually implement it into the game, and there's a process to do that. And I have to attach it to the NPC, and I have to do all the options, and it's a big process. So having a quest that would be interesting and fun, it does take a lot of work, and I just don't think that it's ever going to be worth the time investment on my part to do. But maybe I'll work on a few of like the other like little quests like Cook's Assistant and stuff that are like pretty quick to implement, and then have like a system to track that, just so that the server has some quests so people stop asking, basically. But you're never going to see more than a few of those for sure. Yeah, so that is the end of the questions now. So those are some good questions. I really like the variety of those. So even though I usually said I was only going to answer one or two, those were some good questions, so I wanted to answer them all. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Double XP. So we're going to switch over to the second day of Double XP and see all I got done. Alrighty, it is Sunday now. We've got 2 hours left of Double XP weekend. I did manage to just get on here after my little family event today. I've already been doing some smithing, but then I remembered that I needed to do a farm run because I've still got trees to plant. So let's see, I know I've got some papaya here, and more importantly, I should have palms somewhere. What do palm tree seeds look like? Gonna have to search for them. I've only got 2 of those, and then the rest we'll do with papaya. These are definitely not going to be grown by the time Double XP weekend is ended, but I may as well plant the next batch for the next time I feel like harvesting. So we got 4, I need 1 more. Which I can just use a papaya. Oh yeah, I forgot that doesn't work. Okay, it's getting to the point now where I think it might be time to start cleaning up my bank. It's getting embarrassing. But not today. So I'll do these, and I'm not going to bother doing any of the other tree seeds, because I just have like maple and willow here, and I'm not going to bother planting those. I got some spirit seeds I'm not going to bother planting yet. So let's just go ahead and do the fruit trees. I can't remember if we planted more normal trees. Yeah, I think I had like 3 magic seeds or something. So let's just go through and get these and get a ton more experience. I think I only planted 3. Oh yeah, I had some yew trees, I forgot. So that's another one. Oh, I already went to Falador. I skipped one. Oh no. I was confused by the white walls. Oh yeah, then the rest were just maple. And yeah, I mean, 500k experience. It seems like a lot of experience, but compared to the 2 million you get from magic trees, it's not really worth it. I still haven't harvested my herbs. I haven't had time to do any of that. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish up these trees. Let's just go check a fruit tree, see how much experience we get from those. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, it's a 1.5 million there. And then I'll plant these. I gotta go back to the shop and fill those up, but I'll get all this done and we'll see where we end up farming XP-wise. Okay, and with the herbs harvested, that we are done harvesting everything. I only got 25 herbs, which feels like not a lot. And I may have missed some super compost in some of them, but I made sure to get them all this time. And we've planted all the new trees and harvested all the old ones, and we are at 26.7 million farming XP. So that's pretty good. We've already doubled 99. So I'm going to go ahead and move back to the goldsmithing now. Still got my goldsmithing gauntlets on. Move these back over here, and we'll get these crafted up. And we should be 99 smithing in no time. And there we go. There's 99 smithing. Not bad. It's another 99 down. We're really packing up the 99s now. I still have 883 gold ore to go. I'm going to go ahead and save those for later. I don't no reason to really want to get up smithing anymore right now. And gold ore is pretty easy to come by, so I'm not too worried about making sure I get full use out of that. And I definitely want to move on to smithing because I want to get smithing up this double XP weekend. I don't know if I'll have enough charms to get 99, but actually I have more charms than I realized. So let's just grab all these out. I'm going to use up just these few green and gold that I have first, and then use these up. I'm not very organized when it comes to summoning. I never know what the best thing to craft is. So basically, I'm going to see what level I am, 53, scroll down to that point, and just see what I can make. So let's see. Gold charms, we get some raw bird meat here. Do I have raw bird meat from when I did Hunter? Or did I drop that? Oh, I got one. Pretty sure there's a shop that sells it, though. If I remember correctly, at the red sandstone place. I think there's a shop that sells raw bird meat, and that would come in handy just for these 19. So, I'll just figure out what I can craft like 10 or 15 of them, because you don't want to craft too many at the low levels, because you don't want to waste your charms. I definitely thought that there was someone here. Is it this one? Yeah, if you talk to this person... Oh, she's only got 10 raw bird meat. I thought it was more than that. That's okay. Maybe I'll craft these 10 and then come back here. Oh, we got raw bird meat packs. Perfect. Oh wow, that's plenty of them. Glad I saw that. So let's go and go to the summoning location. Pick up Stick's house. And I'll obviously have to unnote these, but let's trade this. Oh, you know what? I actually totally forgot. I'm not an Iron Man here. I can actually use this shop. I always forget this shop exists because I usually play on an Iron Man account. But yeah, you can get a lot of the secondaries right here for really cheap. so I didn't even need to go there. But if you're an Iron Man, there's a tip. So I'm just going to buy like 5 of these. It's going to be way too many, but you can sell them back. Actually, that's not as many as I thought, only 25,000. And then buy like 500 of these, and just start crafting away. So we got Terror Birds here. So yeah, I'm not going to show everything that I do here, but let's see how much we can get with this many charms. With this many, we might be able to get 99. And there we go, that's already 99 summoning. As you can see, it gets really quick at the end there, especially with these Geyser Titans. We still got plenty of charms left over as well, so I think that I'll just go ahead and use them up. Now is the best time to use them. You don't really want to use charms not on double XP, unless you have a ton of them. So, yeah, it's kind of expensive. I bought a bunch more Spirit Shards, which was the rest of our money. I'm obviously going to sell some back. But yeah, it's pretty expensive, but we don't really need much more money after this in the long run, but there's a whole row of 99s. So we're making big progress here. I'm going to go ahead and use up the rest of these charms, hopefully, and see how far we can get in summoning. Okay, so I used the rest of the blue charms, and I used quite a few of the crimson charms here. I'm going to stop here because I want to make some steel titans, and I don't have any steel plate bodies, and I don't really feel like getting them right now. So I'm just going to save the rest of the crimson charms. I did make a few pack yaks though, and I'm going to make the scrolls for, let's say, 10. Gives us 100 scrolls. So in case I didn't want to go back to Frost Dragons or something, now we actually have a way to quickly bank, since we don't have the bank command. That will come in handy, and the extra storage from them will come in handy in some PvM situations as well. And we have only 10 Steel Titans. But that'll do for now. Oh, I gotta sell these back, so that way I don't waste my money. Yeah, that definitely took a hit out of our money, but we did get up to 23 million summoning XP, which was incredibly fast. So let's just head here. If you don't know, you can talk to the pet shop owner over here. He's got the sell shards option, and he'll just take all those back. Oh, it looks like we just hit a vote party. There we go. Yeah, we're down to 18 mil, so definitely used up quite a bit. But yeah, 500 votes today, which means we got a big party. So let's see if we get anything good. Wow, actually yes, a Santa hat. That just looks good. And a lucky spectral spirit shield. That's actually pretty good. It's not you know, the best spirit shield we could have gotten, but it is a spirit shield. And other than that, not much. Ancient page. At the very least, this actually. It alks for 50 mil, so that alone is pretty good. And the Santa hack alks for 12 mil. So if we really need some cash, we can alk this. I don't know if there's really any situation that I want to use this. I'll hang on to it for now. One of the achievements, we do need a lucky item to make an advanced lucky, so we're going to need it eventually. I'm sure we'll get another lucky item eventually, though, so I'm not too worried about it. But for now, I don't need the cash for anything, so I will just hold on to it. Maybe when we exchange when we want to buy a donator rank, then we might take that cash. I've also got 51 vote points, which I might take out of here. You can just take them out like this, and then sell them for, I think it's like 2 mil each. Let me see. Other people have vote tickets in there. Yeah, 1.7. I'm just gonna go back and sell them all for 2 mil each. Let's open my shop. There were only 3 in there, so if someone does want a ton, then there. Now they've got an option to get 50, and that'll be 100 mil for us, which will bring us really close to getting Bronze Donator. I don't know exactly how much Bronze Donator is, but it'll be nice to get. Probably around like 300 mil, maybe 400 or 500 mil. Let's see what it is in the shop, actually, if anyone's selling it. No, open shops. Nope, no one's selling any Bronze Donator. Did I send him something? Any donator? Nope, no donator boxes in there for now, but I think it's around like 400 mil. So that'll bring us at least a little bit closer. Okay, what's left to do here? We can do some hunter, gets that up. Herb lore, I have a lot of grimy herbs. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all the grimy herbs and see where that puts us. Okay, I went ahead and cleaned all the herbs that we have, and we're sitting at 85 herb lore. I'm gonna go ahead and see how many of these I can use. I don't have a ton of secondary supplies, but I'll see what I can do just from the herb shop at shops here. Because I know this one has quite a few secondaries in it. So I'll see what I can use here and see what potions we can make. I don't want to waste a lot of all the herbs, but we got a ton of dwarf weed and Avanto, and I think we can make some pretty good potions with these, so let's see what I can do. Actually, I just realized that one potion we can make a lot of is this super anti-fire here. It just takes anti-fire potion and desert phoenix feather, so no actual herbs, and we can buy the anti-fire potions right here. There's only 20 in there, but there's usually more. I think I actually have some already, so we got 22 of these. And then all we need to do is get the desert phoenix feather, which we can get by the Dominion Tower. I think Dominion, sends us there. Right, and then we can just run up here and get a bunch of those feathers, and that's a bunch of free experience for us, which should get me to the point where I can start making extremes, which will be really good experience with the herbs. It's the main reason I don't want to waste the herbs, because I want to wait for the extreme potions. So let's see, do I need anything special? Nope. So I'll just get a bunch of these, and that should be a good amount of experience to start off with. Okay, so I've been crafting quite a bit here, and I didn't realize how easy herb lore was with this shop. Like I said, I'm used to playing on an Iron Man where you can't get these secondaries given to you, so you have to collect them yourself. But actually, some of the stuff, like making anti-fire potions, phoenix feathers are right here in the shop, so you can just buy anti-fire and phoenix feathers right here and just get an unlimited stock, basically, once it restocks, of phoenix feathers. Of super anti-fire, so that's a ton of experience. Get 100 each of those. Someone already got to these, unfortunately, so I couldn't make too many. But then you can also do magic potions with ground mud runes here, so I just did over 100 of those. I got super strength here with dwarf weed, so I made 80 of those. I made some extreme attacks. I have some leftover feathers here. And I'm already at 98 and almost 99. One thing that I haven't made, though, I've got some other herbs here that I could use, but they're all kind of low level, most of these. Tarramin, Maranto, Guam. I've got some Quarm, which I can make stuff from. Ranar, Lanthodimes I could use. But instead of that, since I want to get my Hunter up a little bit anyway, I'm going to go do a little bit of Hunter to get Grenwall spikes for... Where's the Hunter guy? Am I standing on him? Yeah. To get Grenwall spikes for range, extreme range, because I want to make those anyway to make overloads, so I may as well get some on double XP here. So let's go to Grenwalls. Hopefully they're not too crowded. Someone left a couple traps here, but it looks like they're done. So I'm going to start right here. And these guys give a ton of experience on double XP, so I wouldn't be surprised if I can get 99 before double XP ends in about 26 minutes. So let's see how far we can get. Alright, so we have less than a minute left of double XP here. Well, less than 2 minutes. And we're not quite 99 Hunter yet, but we are getting close. We're 96. And it's definitely speeding up now the catch rate's a bit higher, since I'm a higher level. So they're not tripping the traps as much without actually getting it, but we're definitely not going to get it before double XP weekend ends, even though they are an insane amount of experience. But let's see how close we can get. And of course, we still have to finish up herb lore, but that should only take a few potions. I already have enough by far. I'm not too worried about wasting a little bit of experience there, because I'm going to need to make some overloads anyway. So we're really close. A couple more of these and we'll get 97. And then honestly, just a few potions, like maybe 10, is all we need to get to 99 Herblore. But I'm excited to see how much experience was gained this weekend. If you don't know, at the end of Double XP, it announces how much experience was gained by everyone on the server. This is a long minute. 26 seconds left. We did get 97, but don't think we'll have enough to get 98. Man, it's crazy because sometimes they all trip at once, and then sometimes they just ignore you. They're just moving around. Alright, 10 more seconds. Come on, guys. There we go. Not sure why they do that sometimes. They just ignore your traps and then they all hit at once. There we go. Got 505 votes as well. But 36 billion experience. Actually, that's billion, right? Yeah, billion. 36 billion experience gained this weekend. That's raw XP, by the way. So that's quite a bit of experience. Not the most we've ever had, but we had definitely quite a few players online. But not the most we've ever had, that's for sure. So I'm going to finish up this. Unfortunately, it's going to take slightly longer now because I've only got... they're giving me half as much XP. But it still shouldn't take too long. Alright, there's 99 Hunter. It took quite a bit longer than it should have. I wish I could have started a little bit earlier on double XP. But that's okay. We did get a ton of Grenwall spikes here, so we should not have a problem getting 99 Herblore now. I'm just going to do enough for 99 and then call it a night. Let's see. Do I have some ranging potions in here? Doesn't really matter. I can just buy them straight from here. And there we go. And all we gotta do is use these. And the nice thing is, since these stack, we get to use the full inventory at once rather than only 14. And man, we're only getting 19k experience. I'm used to getting almost 40k, but this still should not take very long to get 99. We're already halfway there from where we started, so we should actually get it this inventory. Almost there, less than 100k. And these will really come in handy when I go to make overloads as well. And there it is, 99 Herblore, the last 99 of this double XP weekend, even though the weekend is technically over. So we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 99. So we've only got a few skills left here, and a lot of them are going to be pretty quick. Magic's really quick, crafting's really quick, construction's really quick once you have the materials, and obviously dungeoneering is really quick to get to 120. Okay, this is present day me now, so we can go ahead and end this episode now. We still got a ton done. I haven't been doing too much since I've been working on the next update here. Actually, I've been working on old school quite a bit. But yeah, I'm excited to get working on the next episode, so remember to leave... Oh, wow, congrats on the balloon egg. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it, so remember to leave your comments and questions for next episode, and I will see you guys next time.